Okay, hello there. This is Reverend Dan Pardis. I'm doing my blog again, Leadership Communications again. Classes in session. And a lot of people won't understand what learning has to do with communication. It has everything to do with it. You learn a little bit about leadership, and then a lot of guys just stop. You've got to learn these communication skills over and over and over again. They're always changing. They're always migrating into something bigger or something different. The man who says, "It's all over, I'm done," is the man destined to fail. He'll be successful for a little while because he's current at the point he stops. But then something changes, and all of a sudden, his workers and his employees and his team are looking at him like, "Where did you come from?" I've been guilty of that myself a lot of times. But see, I'm strange. I admit it. They've asked me where I come from because they have no clue. But they all like me. If you're a leader, you're constantly learning how to communicate, new ways of communicating, new methods. If I had told you 20 years ago that I would be using text phones and blogging and video chatting and recording these videos, I would have said you're out of your mind. I'm too old to learn all that stuff. No, never too old. The only thing you're too old to do is die. I don't think anyone should die before they're ready to die. And it's something I believe God judges you on how well you've lived. So if you've lived a good life and you've done a lot of good, then you will go to the next life happy. And I really don't care what you believe the next life is. It could be heaven, could be another life here. I don't care. But leadership is a skill. Leadership communication skills are learned for the most part. Yes, there are some natural born leaders out there that the stuff just kind of drips right into their head without them asking for it. I'm not one of them. I wrote it in the blog. I'm saying it here. I'm not one of them. Everything I know, I had to learn. I scour the internet. I talk to leaders I know. I have several multimillionaires that I discuss things with. I have team groupings where I get together and say, "Okay, anyone learn anything new this week?" I have all the ability to learn that I can handle, and then I ask for more. And I'm hoping that true leaders out there will do the same. And not just for yourself. You get your team to learn these communication skills too. You've got to. If you don't communicate effectively between your team, if you're talking American and they're listening in Greek, it's not going to work. And when they're talking back to you, the old phrase, "It all sounds like Greek to me," is going to mean something to you. Oh, it's just wonderful when a team blends together. I mean, I've done mastermind groups. And this is the first thing we get, is we get the team to blend together so that they're all communicating. They can be saying different things, but they say it in the same way so that everybody looks at it and says, "Wow, I never thought of it that way." Even me. In a mastermind group, I'm as astounded at some of the other answers than I am as they are with mine. Hey, I am not the be-all, end-all. Except in my own head, and that doesn't really matter too much. I firmly believe that if you cannot communicate with people, at some level. You can't even communicate with yourself. I know a lot of people who are out there talking about stuff they don't know anything about and expecting other people to just lap it up like honey. And that's not going to happen. If you cannot communicate coherently with everybody around you, your leadership will suffer, your team will suffer. It doesn't take a lot to learn these skills. Like I said, I learned most of mine talking to people and scouring the internet, and every once in a while, my favorite, Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. If you can get an audio copy of that, and just play it and play it and play it until you can recite it. I mean, that was written in the 30s, but it is everywhere as relevant today as it was back then, and it'll be relevant 150 years from now. Because they are just basic communication skills. So, and then another one, anything by Napoleon Hill is great to learn. Think and Grow Rich. His new one that came out, even though he's been expired, it wasn't put out until now, Outwitting the Devil. Great books. The Master Key System, a great book. Sharon Lecter's 3 Feet from Gold. Wonderful information in there. Get your information wherever you can get it, and then use it with your team to help your team grow. If you cannot communicate knowledge, you really can't communicate anything. So, God bless. Have a wonderful day. I hope this helps, and if it does, forward it on to your friends. I'd like to, and please comment on these things, because I really want to hear what you think about the questions I'm asking. It's wonderful when I get comments, because I can use those to form other posts. Or if it's really, like I said in the thing, if it's really intriguing, I will, ask you to become a blog guest poster for me. I've been asked to guest post a couple or 3 times, and it's wonderful feeling. Hey, somebody likes the way I do things enough to say, can you do it on my blog, or in my newspaper, or wherever they're putting it. I'd love to give you the same feeling. So if you listen to the question or read the question, then just say, how good is it? Answer the question. Give me a little answer, big answer. I don't care. If it intrigues me, then I'll contact you. Again, have a blessed day, a lovely week, and we'll see you again.